Day 3 of my shed restoration project, and I have my rifle out. It's my air rifle though. The squirrels are seriously getting worse and worse. It's beginning to get colder in Minnesota, and I think they're going into that mode where they have to hoard food and everything. I had containers and jars filled with acorns and stuff from like 2 years ago, and they've managed to get in my shed from the back door that I haven't finished yet. Let me show you. This is behind the shed. So the main shed is that one right there. This right here is the shed extension that I made. This right here is an opening for the door that I was supposed to put in. For the most part, I had a tarp and everything kind of covering it, but over time, because of rain, snow, wind and everything, it kind of broke down and there was an opening at the bottom here. Mice, squirrels, possums, cats have been coming through here, and they've been going through my shed and taking food down that I have hung up and stuff like that. Mice have kind of raided the shed. There's poop, pee everywhere. But just a moment ago, I just got it blocked off. I put like that piece of plywood there and like a piece of glass there, and I have a container held up against it, and it's kind of secured on the other side from the inside of the shed. So hopefully this kind of deters them from coming through, at least like the larger animals. I eventually need to get these covered up too. I'll show you on the other side. Okay, so if you look up here like that, there you go. So I need to cover that up. See? Because the squirrels could still manage to like climb on the edge right here, like this edge here, and then they climb up and they can somehow manage to get in still. And so that's going to be a problem. And I don't think they're using that method as their main sort of route to get into the shed. They're using that back door that was open. So yeah, I have since closed it off and it should be good now. And so what I plan on doing for today's video, because I don't have a whole lot of time, I think I'm just gonna start setting up traps, and I'm gonna show you my live traps that I have. I'm gonna set it up near the rice that I have set out. That's all moldy already anyways. I'm going to keep this out and available to me. So I'm gonna keep it near my house, so that way when I go outside, I'll be able to have access to the air rifle. And if there are any like rodents and stuff hanging out around here, I might be able to aim and shoot. So let's head behind the shed again to go grab the traps. Here you go. Here are the live traps. I've had one of these live traps for about 5 years now, and the other for about 3 years, and they have served me very, very well. Like catching rabbits, squirrels, and even possums. These have been like the greatest trap ever. And I hope to catch some squirrels with these. I'm not entirely sure just yet whether or not I want to eat the squirrels. Like the squirrels that are in the neighborhood, I mean, they're eating like trash. They're eating garbage. So I don't necessarily want to eat them. But I mean, it couldn't hurt. I mean, it couldn't hurt to at least eat one, you know? Like eating one isn't gonna kill me. So I might, it'll stir up some emotions again too with all the people on TikTok. And so, yeah, eating a squirrel is something that I want to do and should do. Eating a rabbit is something that I want to do too again. If you scroll back super far back on my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see a video of me like clubbing a rabbit and all of that, and then processing and eating it. And that was probably one of the first like few animals that I butchered and like processed. It was a scary like thing. Like I was not familiar with the whole process yet, and I was still really scared of doing stuff like that. But I am still a little bit scared when I'm processing animals, because it's still not something that I'm familiar with, you know, growing up. Like growing up, I never did any of this stuff. And so even now, even after having done this for like a couple of years, you know, I'm still kind of getting the hang of it. But I've gotten a lot better because I've been processing a lot of animals for the past like maybe 2-3 years or so. So it's been a little bit more comfortable, but I utilize a lot of like mental energy just to go through the whole process, you know, and make a video of me like butchering an animal. So like even with like these squirrels that I'm about to catch. I'm still gonna be creeped out, you know, with them squirming around and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get all this set up now. So I got a bag of peanuts here. I'm gonna use this as some bait, I guess. And I'm gonna mix up some powdered peanut butter that I have laying around. Take this, pop it in here. And I think what I plan on doing is making it so it's somewhat dry still, so that I can kind of roll it up into a ball. So, there we go. There you go. Yeah, this looks good. Smells good. Ah, see? It's like Play-Doh. Not bad. Let's throw, or here, let's go like this. Let's add a little bit more. Okay, there you go. That's good. And I think what I can do is I can like stuff these peanuts in it also, just like this. Yeah, I think this should work. Just go like that, you know. Maybe break up a few pieces of peanuts also, so that like the actual peanut is on the outside. There you go. That looks good. And so what I want to do is I think I want to suspend it in the trap. I don't want to leave it in the back of it. Do that with these here too. There you go. That looks good. You'll remember that I found my bank line yesterday, and so I'm going to be using this to kind of tie it up on here. I'm going to show you how this actually operates first before I actually do anything else. So right here you see a pressure plate right at the bottom there. There's a piece of metal that's attached to the plate that runs up the side of the trap right here, and then there's a hook up here. Push this down and I'm able to pull the door up like this. And up here there's a small hook that latches on to a piece of metal on the door there. And so when this gets pulled like this, I can set it like that and then let go, and the whole thing stays up. The pressure plate is now at a slant that's slightly upward, so anything that steps on the pressure plate will trip the trigger to cause the door to close. Just like that. And so because of that, I want to prevent mice from triggering it. And it happens quite often actually. So if I were to take this and then place it at the very back, mice can go through the cracks here and eat the bait. And that's what's happened a lot in the past. And then this will stay open and then there will be no bait left. Or there would be no bait left and this would be closed, because they would trigger the trap and then they'd still be able to escape because they're so small. And so what I've done to catch larger animals is I hang it up right in the back here. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Got some string here, just cutting about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet. I don't really need that much string, to be honest. But the bank line is twisted, and so I'm going to unravel it. There you go. It's 3-ply, so I should get 3 strings out of this. There you go, got 3 strings. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try to kind of push it into the dough or into the peanut butter and just wrap it around like the peanuts and stuff too. There you go. I think that will be good. So like this, and then I'm going to tie like a piece of wood or something on this end. Yeah, I'm going to tie a piece of wood on the end here and then have it dangle. Yeah, so I'm kind of just weaving my fingers through to get it back here. There you go. You can see it dangling right there, but I want to pull it a little further back to right about here. So I am going to kind of maneuver the string over there. There you go, just like this. And so now I'm just going to tie it on a piece of stick like this. There you go. I can kind of roll the string up so that way it's a little higher up. So essentially rolling the string allows me to adjust the height of where the bait is. So I am going to leave it right about here, just like that. The goal here is for them to go in and then see that and step on that pressure plate, and they'll be eating, you know, and they'll step on that pressure plate and this door closes on them. I am going to set it right here, literally just right here. But now I am going to set up this one, but I'm not going to tie this one up. I'm going to see if I'll still be able to catch them with this just sitting on the ground. But I feel like mice are going to come by and eat it instead. So instead of putting the second trap right next to this one, I'm going to put it back where the door used to be, where they kept going in and out. So let's go behind the shed again. Okay. So right here seems like an excellent spot. Okay, I'm gonna put this box on top. There you go, to kind of give it some cover. And that should be good. Let me show you what it looks like. There's everything. There's the bait is sitting literally on the back end of the trap. So yeah, this should be good, because literally this is like the way to actually get into the shed. So I'm gonna check tomorrow to see if I trap anything. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about this. I don't necessarily need this up here anymore, so I might just take this down. Either that, or I'm just going to put another stick up here to keep this up. I haven't done a whole lot of cleaning. I've done more sort of like the trapping part. Have some more time, so I think I'm just gonna clear up this area a little bit more and just kind of make it a little tidier, and that's basically all that I'm gonna do. And so tomorrow I'll just do an update to see if I caught any squirrels, and throughout the day I'm gonna check anyways. If I do catch anything, I'm just gonna film it and I'm just gonna throw it into the next video. This tarp keeps flying around and it's so annoying. I need to tie this down or just take it down. But I don't necessarily want to take it down just yet, because this tarp right here kind of covers like this area from like the neighbors behind. And so I kind of want to keep it. But for now, I'm just going to tie it down. I'm hearing rumbling and stuff like that in my shed. I feel like there's a squirrel inside that's trapped or something. Because earlier when I opened up the shed door, there was a squirrel up on my loft running around. Yeah, it's quite frustrating. But can't do much right now. I'll do what I can for now. I'm gonna do my best to see if I can catch any squirrels to kind of reduce their numbers. There we go. I think I'm good. I'm done. This looks nice. I'll grab a trash bag tomorrow and just clean up all the plastic and all the small pieces of trash and stuff. I think I'm gonna pull some of this out tomorrow and throw away all that stuff over here. Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. And we'll check on the rodents too, see if I can catch anything. Gotta be honest, motivation is a feeling that comes and goes pretty fast. And I've come to realize in the past couple of years that you can't rely on motivation to get stuff done. If you need something done, you have to just pull yourself out and just go and start it. Like, that's the hardest part for me, you know, just to start. Like, I know I need to do like a project or I need to do something. And like the hardest part in all of it is just to start, because I'm always trying to wait for motivation. And so this series right now is trying to get me to sort of to build this discipline to just do things instead of waiting for motivation, because motivation isn't always going to show up for you. And the craziest thing about all of this is the very moment I hit record on my camera, that's when the motivation hit. That's when I finally wanted to do something, you know, wanted to start on the project. But all morning, like, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to get up or get out here and do stuff. Raven is barking like a ton over there. I thought that was my sister, but it wasn't. I'm filming here, and yeah, I don't like it when people show up. That's why I want my own, like, property in the woods, in the middle of nowhere. But I'm gonna be honest, that was really close. I don't know who that was, but like, they're walking their dog, and like, they came really close to my like property line. It's just really strange. People don't come up this close. Yeah, like if I had my own property in the woods somewhere The only types of interruptions that I'll get is probably like other animals or like the weather or something else really. And I won't have any problems with random people showing up. So yeah, look forward to the next video. I will see you guys tomorrow. Please subscribe and hit that like button. Oh, and if you're still watching, look forward to some soft shell crawfish. Yes, soft shell crawfish. So instead of crabs or turtles, it's soft shell crawfish. I bought some and I will make a video on it maybe tomorrow. I don't know yet. I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay. I seriously can't believe I'm gonna be in Los Angeles next week. It's less than a week from now. So that's gonna be really cool. This I'm gonna keep closer to my house, so that way if a squirrel does show up in around this area, I might be able to have an opportunity to shoot it.